Jandebeur, the last day celebration of the 14 years we've had this wonderful place on earth. Watching all the kids and families come out and enjoy themselves in the great outdoors.
How did this park start?
It was because of my son that rode here and it closed and he just had to have a place to ride. And I was in between careers at the time. He said, "Dad, you just need to run that park." And as I said before, I don't see that as a career opportunity, son. Well, at a 7-year-old, that really doesn't matter. He has the inspiration and he has the joy of riding dirt bikes, which has been around my family a long time.
I'm here when you need somebody.
Went and talked to the owners of the property. They made me a lease. I borrowed money from a friend. I got a grant from the Muskogee Creek Nation, and I had no idea what was ahead. It was just about kids and families riding dirt bikes. Fast forward to today, in 14 years, it has been just such a blessing. I mean, it's the stories of the families and the kids that come to me. I'm Mr. Bob. The joy of seeing them smile and achieve the skill of riding a dirt bike and getting their first air and getting them prepared to race. And racing on Friday nights here, it's just the coolest thing ever. And the families and the kids and the brothers and sisters and their neighbors are all out here watching to see what little Johnny's going to do. Probably one of the most fun things we've started was racing the Stasics, and that's the little electric balance bikes. Now we're talking 3 years old with a helmet. So they're like little bobbleheads walking around, and you line them up and you drop the flag and off they go. Man, they're all over the place. And the parents are out there chasing them and trying to watch them. Well, first thing you know, Johnny falls down and Billy's over here, and Billy stops on the track to make sure Johnny's okay. The parents go nuts. "What are you doing?" Like, "He fell down. I gotta make sure he's okay. He's my buddy."
My name's Tyler Wakefield. We've been coming here about 2.5, 3 years.
Love it. What does the park mean to you?
Honestly, it's where me and my son really learned how to ride. Without this park, my son wouldn't be where he is today.
What would you like to say to Bob after all these years?
Bob, we appreciate everything you do. You know, the help you give all these kids. It's really wonderful what you give back to this sport. We really appreciate you. We're gonna miss you.
It's so gratifying to me to see kids doing wholesome, outdoor, fun things, and to see them spend time with their parents doing outdoor stuff. And you talk about get them off the couch. This makes them want to come out here every Friday. Next thing you know, the moms come up and went, "I had no idea the leverage that this was going to provide me." We're talking homework gets done, rooms get straightened up, and then they ask about riding their bike. I'm crazy about safe. I actually ride on the bike with my student until I'm comfortable. They know how to roll the throttle and push the brake. Doesn't take long to figure out you can't outrun a dirt bike when a child has given it a handful because he doesn't know what to do. So these shoes are worn off on the toe because I have to drag them on the ground to the side of the bike because they're little. And parents are like, "Can I buy you some shoes?" I'm gonna save these shoes, put them in a case and say, I taught thousands of kids. And on the wall out front are 5 national champs that all started here on little bikes and had parents that supported them, encouraged them, and next thing you know, they're multi-time national champs that started here on a little bike. I'm not taking credit for their championship, but the fact that we can start them and step them up.
How important do you think it was for that little Noah to have this opportunity of his dad buying a racetrack and
Gosh,
do everything?
you know, I've told most everyone the Lord led me here. I had gone through some real trials and tribulations in my life and divorced and had 2 older boys that I didn't really get to spend time with them growing up as they were with their mom most of the time. But Noah has this passion for bikes and it drove me to take this place on.
Right. Were you scared?
No, wasn't scared. I like challenges. I had left dirt bikes for 30 years. Went into aviation, went all over the things with my family. So when I came back, I'm like, And boy, was the education quick. What it was gonna take and what it cost. We slept in our truck. I counted quarters to make entry fees. And so today I see those families out here sleeping in their truck, counting quarters so that their son or daughter can enjoy this sport. And it is the coolest thing. This world we live in needs good, wholesome things. And get off of the TVs and the social media and just enjoy life, enjoy company with your family.
My name is Steve Aldridge, and I've known Bob for a long time through the track, through community events, and going to the lake.
What would you like to say to Bob, being this is his final ride?
Just enjoy today and just think about all the kids that he got off the couch and the difference that he's made in their lives. You know, this is something, riding motorcycles is a freedom that we have in America and maybe all over the world, but Bob has really brought families together, and you know, it's a grind for Bob. I really appreciate his efforts and what he's done for Okmulgee, the community here, just bringing people in and they're renting hotels and dining in restaurants, and he's made a big impact on Okmulgee. And I just wanted to thank him for everything he's done here. And I know it's a labor of love for Bob, but I know that maybe one day he'll be on the beach for a little bit, but Bob doesn't like to sit around too much, so I can't imagine what he's gonna do next in his life.
Hey, Bob.
Hi, Jandebeur.
Jonathan's retired about 6 months. This is where they learned to ride and continue riding here.
Love it.
Almost every weekend.
Love it.
Yeah.
What does Bob in the park mean to you guys as a family?
Well, he taught the boys to ride and he keeps an eye on them. He's got a good way with kids, so they love coming here. They can't leave without going to see Bob and saying goodbye or
Right.
begging for a popsicle.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bob.
Love it. Thank you guys.
Come on, buddy. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Parade lap. Let's go. We started an old place and a couple of tracks and then become nationally and internationally known. I cannot tell you how great the last 14 years have been. I've watched some of you from this little to this little. And how awesome is that? To see you enjoy the sport that my dad got me into and I got my sons into, and now my grandson's racing. I mean, there's nothing like dirt bikes. There's nothing that bonds a family and has the level of excitement that dirt bikes offer. And I don't know who you need to thank, for being here. Friend, mom, brother, dad. But be sure and give them thanks.
But what's this park meant to you, like growing up, being here as a kid?
It was definitely a blessing and just a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You know, not a lot of people get to experience something like this, or you know, get to ride every day. And it was awesome to grow up here. And motocross to me was, you know, everything when I was growing up. It's just all I wanted to do. Every weekend, every day, just want to be on the bike and ride. And so that's why just being out here, just, you know, it was like unreal.
Right.
And being able to be out here and be around my friends and be around loved ones and just do what I love, it's awesome. You know, did race for 10 years and then ended up getting out of it, trying to get back into it, you know, race a little bit here and there, but, you know, just, I'm grown up now, so
yep.
you gotta soak it in when you're young, you know, when you can really enjoy it, because you get old and then you're like, dang, you know, I remember when I was young riding dirt bikes. So.
What would you like to say to your dad and with him moving on to the next chapter?
I'm excited to see, you know, what we do and where we go from here, and thank you.
Yeah.
He was the first one who taught us how to dirt bike.
Did he?
Yeah. And he's very nice.
Yeah.
And lets us buy popsicles a lot.
Yeah. What's this park mean to you?
I mean, I've rode here. This is where I learned to ride and stuff on that track out there, and it's pretty cool being here my whole life and stuff, learning how to ride here.
Let's talk about the next chapter. What went through your mind, and what made you start thinking about, hey, maybe selling is an opportunity to move on to the next chapter?
It didn't really cross my mind because I was so involved with what's going on. So many things happening. Noah, my son, the youngest, I have two older sons that come out from time to time, but I had the pleasure of being around Noah most as he grew up. Hadn't really thought about it, but then when he stopped racing, it kind of took a little wind out of the sail, but business was continuing to grow. And I don't know, I just never really thought about doing anything else. And then someone started saying, hey, if you want to sell that place, give me a call. Well, I've enjoyed my life immensely, and I still have good health. So I like going to the lake, I like to travel, and pretty soon somebody threw an offer at me, and I was like, well, maybe. And then I started thinking about it. I'm like, you know what? I'm really tired of driving that tractor. I think I'd rather drive a boat or a motorhome or do something while I still have good health. My kids are like, you work every weekend. I'm like, well, yeah, I've worked every weekend for 14 years. What do people do on weekends? I really don't know how to act. Well, they go to the lake and they do things and they hang with their family. Well, I'll be there. Maybe I can start doing some of those things. So I want to see the grandkids more, hang out with my boys, and do some traveling. I think making certain that the next family carries the torch was real important to me.
I can't think of anybody more talented and dedicated than Mike and his family to carry the torch and grow this place. Then I'll be around. So, I know you want to go ride and it's hot and the track just got watered. So thank each and every one of you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Let's go.
you like to leave the park's loyal riders and supporters with?
That's a heck of a question. Stay young by riding and focus on the family and keeping this sport growing. It's gotten so expensive, and I just don't know of any other thing that has all of the ingredients of running a motorsports park that touches so many lives and has such quality people come out that want to help each other. So it's very supportive, and yeah, we've had times where my son's bike would break and I couldn't fix it in time. And then my buddy would go, hey, just ride our backup bike. And I'm like, really? Well, I've had the benefit of doing that for some of the kids that are friends of Noah's. Here, ride my bike. So it just teaches good values in life. And I don't know, I'm sure other sports have some of those same stories, but motorcycles are just so unique. It gets your mind off of all the worries in life. And it kind of forces some families to do things together that they really hadn't thought about before. Yeah, that's why I enjoy it so much.
If you could just look here and maybe just give your supporters some gratitude and some thanks.
Man. It's hard to measure how much pleasure and joy I've had operating this park for all these years. And the impact on families and kids and others has been so gratifying to me. I almost am speechless. Many of you know that's probably not a possibility, but I'm blessed, and I'm going to be around. I can't just walk away. So I wish everyone good luck and good fortunes in their motorcycle riding days ahead. Thank you. I want to give a special thank you to the people, you know who you are, over the 14 years that have helped build this park, rolled up your sleeves to help make it happen. And to the parents that have supported your kiddo and made the sacrifices that I know are really tough. Your rewards are going to be a lifetime of memories that the kids are going to tell their kids about, and remember what their parents and grandparents did for them to provide them this opportunity. Thank you.